I don't want to whack you in the head.
Oh, sorry. Forget I put it over there.
Concerning a crime, call 78 crime 782-7463. Your call is not recorded. Your call is not
20 seconds.
Dave did an ID before he went off?
information leads to the arrest.
I'm sure he did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Cash reward of up to $1,000. Store 78 crime on your phone. 782-7463.
The Yuma City Council meets
Go ahead, Anita.
third Wednesdays of the month.
here.
The only place to watch gavel-to-gavel coverage, unedited and unfiltered, is on City 73.
That is a quick changeover.
What?
The city's changeover. It's so quick on Thursdays.
Okay.
It's time for Today in Yuma with Jennifer Blackwell and Teresa Straub. You can listen to Today in Yuma weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on C93 and Outlaw Country. Opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those.
Why is it not popping out for me? Oh, there it is.
Teresa, call 782-4321. And now, Today in Yuma.
What's wrong?
Morning, Dad.
Good morning, Ace. All right, we ready?
I'm ready. Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
We are here on Thursday. If you're listening to us on Outlaw Country, we just had City News Thursday, so we got to see all the folks this morning.
Yes.
And just a reminder, we're now on 5 days a week on Z93 and Outlaw Country.
I love it. You know, it's a little bit different still. It's a little awkward on Thursdays because normally after the city show there wasn't anything going on, but we got it. We got a quick transition and we're here and ready to go.
We always have a lot going on, but it's just our routine is different.
It is.
I generally have someone come in every Thursday at 8, and they were here this morning. I'm like, oh yeah, I got someone here. And it's
Well,
just
good.
been out of sorts a little bit.
It's okay. We're working on it.
We've had a crazy week already.
Yes. We did a field trip yesterday.
We did, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Was it really?
There's proof. Yes, it was very educational.
You know, I don't remember the gentleman's name, but the reptile man, he did a fantastic job in keeping the kids engaged, as well as the adults. If you were fortunate enough to catch it on Facebook Live, we tried to do as much as we could via Facebook Live, but Jennifer did actually touch the snake. It was that part was fine for you.
The snake's name was Teresa.
Yes, it was.
And I did tell the man he should also have another one named Jennifer, just so they can have the two of them together.
That would be hilarious.
And then they could do snake shows.
Yeah, but Jennifer did touch the snake. But the funny part, if you go to my Facebook page, I need to make it public so everybody can see it. If not, you can find it on
my Instagram.
on the Instagram as well. Jennifer, we went to take a picture with the snake man and Teresa and myself, and he was holding the snake, and he was like, you know, hey Jen, you want to hold the snake? And she said, no, I'm good. And the pictures are there to prove it, and it's hilarious.
Well, she was a 17-foot long, 200-pound restrictive python.
Yes.
So she wasn't just this light little thing anyway, and it looked like she had a big lunch a while back because she still kind of had a very large spot in the middle.
That was the first thing you noticed.
Nutrition.
I don't think it was. I just think it was the way she was kind of coiled up when he was pulling her out of the box. Cause
Well, it took a long time for him to pull her out because she was
17 feet.
so big, and it kept coming and coming, and I think it was like 3 tables long at the library.
Yes,
and they
it was.
used meeting rooms A, B, and C, I believe, to accommodate the kids. And unfortunately, they did have to turn some away because of capacity limits. And they had another show right after at the Heritage Library, and then some in South County today, I believe. So
San Luis and Somerton.
there's still an option for you to go check out Reptile Adventures. Then, yeah, unfortunately, they did have to turn some away. We were advised, you might want to come early because we get some lines going on.
Yeah.
We were the first ones in line.
But, I'm glad that we got there when we did because it did fill up quite quickly.
It did.
So.
Well, they had a lot of children there also for snack time as part of the summer food program through the USDA. Sorry about that. And so there were a lot of children there anyway. No, it was a good show. I learned some things that I did not know about reptiles before.
Yes.
I was hoping to see an alligator or crocodile.
My son that was actually his first comment is, I hope there's no alligators or crocodiles.
He hopes there were none?
Yeah, he did, that was one thing he did not want to see. But he reads all those books, and it was funny because we did pick up some books for his summer reading program. And we found the reptile books, and he got 3 different reptiles, and 1 shark. So,
well, if you are just tuning in now on the radio, you can also watch us on my Facebook page. We do the show Facebook Live, courtesy of Kathy Mitzi State Farm.
Yes.
Speaking of the books, I texted my son and I said, Teresa and I are leaving work. We're heading to the library to play with snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, do you have any requests? And I was thinking something along the lines of, can you grab me a green tea on the way home?
Yeah.
Or a snack or something. He goes, he loves anime and he loves Naruto. He goes, whatever the highest number in the Naruto series is, give me several of those. And I went to the library, and it goes up to book number 72. That's what they have.
Oh, wow.
And then there looked to be a special book right after. So I called him and I said, they have this number. He goes, bring me 66 to 72. And I just grabbed everything from 66 to 72 and then that special book at the end.
Yes.
I went and checked them all out, and I got home and he said, this seems like a lot more than there should normally be for 4 or 6 or 7 books. And I, well, there's that extra one. And he got to looking. I apparently grabbed 2 of number 66 and 67.
Oh, goodness. So you wiped them all out of their copies.
I apologize. They will be returned, but I told him I expect him to read all duplicate copies also. I need to have them done by the time I return them next week.
We want to say good morning to our Facebook Live listeners and followers. We said good morning to Ace, Jen's dad. Lisa, she says, hello, that snake was ginormous. Yes, it was. And Sally Rodriguez, good morning, ladies. Finally able to catch your show live. And Sally, we're happy to have you. Thanks for tuning in.
That's right. We have lots going on today. We will be talking with Shelley Krieger from White Cat. Today is National Dump the Pump Day.
Yeah.
So she can give us all the details on how you can become familiar with the White Cat service here in Yuma County.
Yes, and I've noticed a lot more people, I guess I've just been a little bit more aware of it, but a lot more people are getting on the White Cat and using it from back and forth, and even going, long distance to Somerton. And I say long distance because it's further outside of Yuma, Somerton and San Luis, and so it's nice to see that people are actually, Yuma's big enough to use a transit system like that.
Yes, it is.
So.
And we'll talk with Shelley about that because she'll give us a breakdown of the different areas and the routes that they have and how you can find stations close to where you live, or if you need to go to school, how well that will work out for you.
Exactly.
So National Dump the Pump Day here on Today in Yuma, Z93 and Outlaw Country. It's also National Smile Power Day.
Oh, I like that.
I think we smile on a regular basis
I think
here.
we smile quite a bit here.
We do selfies during the breaks. If you don't follow us on Facebook Live, maybe you're not able to. We post those photos later on our website at monstermediayuma.com. Just go to the Today in Yuma page and you can see our selfie gallery.
Yes.
Some are certainly silly selfies.
Some are. We get some really, really enthusiastic guests, and we enjoy it and we encourage it. We have our selfie gallery there, but we also post the day show. Usually it's there for 24 hours, except for Fridays. Fridays gets a couple extra days. But you can always find the day show there. If you missed it live, you can always go back and watch it.
Today is also Nature Photography Day, and we have a lot of very talented people that get some really great shots.
Including yourself.
I love photographing nature, too.
Yes, you do.
It doesn't talk back. It doesn't get snapped. It doesn't have a bad attitude.
It doesn't wiggle around.
Most days, she can have a bad attitude during monsoon season if I'm looking to catch a sunset and she's not cooperating. But there's so many people in this community. Sunsets in Yuma, you're not going to find them anywhere else as beautiful as we have sunsets and sunrises. Yes. I'm more a fan of the sunsets. We just seem to get more coloring. If you just have a light sprinkling of clouds, it's absolutely gorgeous. But a lot of cactus around here.
Yes, beautiful blooms on the cactus lately.
And you've got some great flowers in your front yard too.
I do. We have a couple of, they're called night blooming cactus. Unfortunately, they have not bloomed yet this year, and I'm waiting patiently because on my Facebook page, when it tells you, on this day, last year on this day they were already blooming, and I don't know what's going on, but Kevin does a great job at maintaining them, so I'm not sure, but I'm waiting for those nighttime cactus blooms to bloom because they're a beautiful white and orange and yellow flower. I have rose bushes. This morning I actually posted a picture on my Snapchat because it's been so warm you figure, these bushes are kind of struggling a little bit, and I have plumerias, and it's getting to the point where I'm like, maybe we should shelter them a little bit from the sun. But the rose bushes, I had like 4 or 5 new blooms on my bushes this morning, so I was like, yay! The heat is not affecting them too much, so I was super excited. And I love flowers. Unfortunately, my son has allergies, and he loves them as well, but he can't handle it sometimes. But we have hibiscus, and I'm all about the flowery plants. So.
Well, it's also National Lobster Day.
Really?
So I will probably not be partaking in that.
Not one that I will be partaking in.
I will watch The Little Mermaid.
There you go.
Wait, was Sebastian a crab or a lobster?
He's a crab.
Wasn't there a lobster in it?
In the pot of the chef.
Well, spoiler alert. I haven't seen Little Mermaid in how
I was going to say,
years?
you've never watched Little Mermaid. Come on, Jennifer.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
And National Lobster Day.
Like we mentioned, National Dump the Pump Day. So we also have an opportunity for you to win a sweet treat today.
Oh, I like that. You know what? I didn't get my strawberry shortcake yesterday. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to have dinner guests. Maybe, just maybe. I know Leah and Francis are listening. Maybe we'll get a strawberry shortcake treat today. We'll see.
No, we are going to give you a chance to win a $10 gift certificate from Catherine's Cupcakery.
Oh, awesome.
Get your phone ready because you're going to text.
Yes.
You're going to text the keyword cupcake. All one word.
All one word.
No S at the end.
No emojis.
No emojis. Make sure there aren't any additional spaces. Sometimes you might type it in because you can enter as often as you like.
Yes.
I think people copy and paste. If you even have that extra space there, it doesn't recognize it.
Oh,
so
okay.
The word cupcake to 928-343-0993. And we're going to draw a winner right after the show. So we'll give you until about 10:05 to get those entries in today. And Catherine's Cupcakery, they're doing that fun event with Dad on Saturday too.
Yeah. If you missed your chance with the daddy-daughter date this past weekend, you can always get down to Catherine's Cupcakery and enjoy your little daddy-daughter time, or even sons. Everybody's welcome on this Saturday. And you were speaking of the Monster Message line. That's also our contest line that we do giveaways on as well. So it might be good just to program that number right into your phone, because we tried to do giveaways as much as possible here on Today in Yuma, but we also have giveaways that we post online, and we do regular giveaways on both stations. So the Monster Message line is a good number to put in your phone.
And you can also use it if I had a couple notifications the other night. There was an accident, and then we had that power outage. People texted us also.
Yes, we had lots of incoming text messages and Facebook messages, and I was kind of seeing them come through on the Facebook messaging, and I knew the Monster Message line was going, and people tagging us left and right. But you know what? I think we got a lot of praise, and when I say we, Jennifer does a great job at contacting the proper people. You went through and contacted APS Media Line, and I know people were really appreciative, because it was such a large outage that people were afraid that it was going to be hours until their electricity came back on.
They did get everything back up pretty quickly. Once the big part is them actually getting on scene and figuring out what's wrong.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of speculation out there beforehand.
Yeah.
And I know people were concerned because it did cover a large area.
Yes.
But
very large.
If you have access on your phone, and when there is an outage, just go to Google APS outages, and it pops up an outage map. If you know the layout of the state of Arizona, our corner, it's easy to spot. If you see a dot in that corner, there's an outage.
Yeah.
Click it, or there's a little bar off to the side. If you're doing it from a smartphone, you can do the same thing on a computer. But it'll give you the breakdown because we had 5 separate outages at one point. Breaks it down by all the boundaries and tells you how many people are without power. And if they have already been on scene, they'll give you a little more information. Okay, journeyman on site. Transmitter, or I'm thinking radio terminology.
Yeah.
But equipment failure, power line down, and they'll say estimated time of power to return this or that.
And they make it super easy too with the APS app. I know my husband uses the APS app, and he was able to locate the different areas, and they kind of gave you an estimated time and an estimated amount of people that were affected. But it's a good tool and resource to have, especially with monsoon season coming right up.
That's right. Monsoon season kicks off this week, and then we are looking at that excessive heat advisory starting on Saturday. Some of the higher temperatures that I know they're not going to be the highest that we will have this season, But we are looking through Saturday at least until next Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, 118 degrees, and Wednesday, 115.
Yeah, it's our biggest warm-up of the year so far.
It is, but, it's generally that time of year people are running the AC or the coolers a little bit more, too. So that's just kind of putting a strain on the power grid. So sometimes we do encounter outages and stuff like that. So it's always good. I remember a couple years ago, it was monsoon season. Mike Erfurt was in here right after that. We were doing an interview for the fire department, and his area was out without power for some time. They had friends that they'd met who had property in another part of the county who had power. So he said it's always good to kind of have another family you can hang out with.
Yeah.
Gives you that safe spot. They do generally set up cooling stations if we're in a situation where it's affecting a lot of people. So it's one of those types of situations where it's always good to have a plan B.
Yes, definitely.
Especially when it's, if it's during the middle of the day.
Yeah. I'm reading a message off of our Facebook Live feed that's courtesy of Kathy Nitzy State Farm. Lisa says, a reminder, do not walk your dogs during the day. We still see it every day.
We do it.
And it's getting so warm.
The pads of their feet, I know they can build up a little, they get a little thicker over time too, but the ground is so warm for their little feet. And the back of a truck too is the same thing.
Yes.
If it's something that's been parked out in the sun for a good portion of the day, if you can walk them on grass, yes, I understand they still need to go out and do their business, but don't let them out on the asphalt or the sidewalk.
You know what? I have to give props. Anita was telling us a story of her adventures through the city one day when she was running errands for work. And she witnessed a gentleman. So if you're listening, it was about a week or so back, a week and a half or so back. She was like, he looked a little different, walking down the street. And he actually was carrying his dog on his back.
And wasn't it a pit bull?
It was a larger dog.
It was a larger dog,
It was a larger dog, I'm sure. But I was like, I wish I would have seen that man. I would have, given him some props right there because, he was thinking of his animal. He was carrying him on his back so he didn't actually burn his feet. And I think that's amazing.
Keep
So,
that
props to you.
in mind. And again, and I say this in my news all the time, if you have pets and they cannot come indoors, horses and stuff makes it a little challenging, and they have to be outdoors, please make sure that they have shade all day long. If you leave the house at 7, 8 in the morning and you think, oh, they've got a great shady spot here on the back porch, it's not going to be the same by even 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And make sure that they have a shady spot where they can kind of seek refuge a little bit. And then for their water, if you have a dog, please try and get a little kiddie pool.
Yes.
Something they can cool off and splash around in, and also drink if they knock over their other dish. And for their drinking water, don't use metal bowls because those are just going to heat up as the day gets warmer.
And there's some really cool Pinterest ideas out there as far as, ice blocks and putting some of the dog's toys in there. And it works for all animals. I mean, all animals will enjoy a nice piece of ice every once in a while. So, there's some really cool ideas out there, but just don't forget the animals outside.
We're going to take a break here on Today in Yuma on Z93 and Outlaw Country. Don't forget, you can watch us on Facebook Live, courtesy of Kathy Nitzy State Farm. You can find that on my personal page, Jennifer Blackwell. We will be back right after this with Shelley from YCAT. The show is brought to you by D&H Electric, Yuma's full-service electrical company with 24-hour service and quick refrigeration. Visit GetColdQuick.com, and don't forget that tomorrow is Free Filter Friday. Take in your old filter and receive a free 1-inch standard air filter at 190 West 10th Street. We'll be back with Today in Yuma right after this.
Lisa also says Arizona is the rose growing capital of the U.S. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either. I just remember living in Indiana. It's December. It's 21 degrees outside. Talking to my mother-in-law on the phone. She's sitting on her back porch talking about her rose blooms and how I have a 6-inch yellow prime blah 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 bloom on. I'm like, oh, shut up.
And now that you're here,
do you have any flowers in your room?
I have jasmine in I have jasmine and hibiscus, and I love right now the jasmine's in bloom, so it smells so good, I love it. But I find you really have to add a lot of aggregate to your soil here. We have like a sandy soil, so they don't get the nutrients that they need to get.
No, we actually, when we planted all of them, we put the soil in, and Kevin fertilizes them regularly, and it makes a difference because when he did it last, all of my plants started blooming right away, and it's like, has it been that long since we actually fertilized them? But they really do enjoy that
I,
fertilizer.
our irrigation's been down for probably 2 weeks now, and I can see it in my jasmine. Like I looked out this morning, I'm like, oh, you look
a little
brown.
peaked, yeah.
Oh, we gotta take care of that. One of the heads by the street just like shot off.
Oh wow.
So it's just a matter of getting out there and having the time to go out and do the 5 or 10 minute
Right.
repair. It won't take long, but
We have Bird of Paradise that's, doing great right now. It's beautiful.
my mom
Yeah.
has
In a
one.
pot or in the yard?
No, it's in the yard. When we built the house, it was one of the ones we opted for because you got to pick certain plants, different shrubs.
I don't remember seeing it.
The tree that did not make it. That. But we have Bird of Paradise, we have Lantana, and
I've been here long enough. I know what
I
these
have to
plants
say-
are.
I have to say
Something
hi to
purple.
Noah. He's listening on the radio.
oh, little brother Noah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Gilbert.
My mom has Bird of Paradise in her
Let me turn my
backyard.
headphones down a little bit.
The birds of paradise are so pretty.
And they're hard where she is. They're hardy because I've tried killing it and it just keeps coming back. So
Monster Media. He is not. May I ask who's calling?
Shelly, is it pronounced Krieger?
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any way
Like,
you
I
could
should
possibly
ask.
call
I'm saying
back
your name wrong.
Jennifer
No, it's
Black
Smith.
Air right now, and I can actually take a message down and get that information for you? Perfect. All right. Thank you. You too. She's looking for you.
Okay.
All right. We ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here on this beautiful Thursday on Z93 and Outlaw Country. And like he just mentioned, you can watch us on Facebook Live, courtesy of Kathy Nitzy State Farm.
Yes, and I have to give a quick shout out. My little brother and my dad are listening, so I want to say good morning to Noah and my dad.
Good morning, David and Noah.
Yes, good morning.
They're listening and my dad's watching.
And, you know, I love that our family, you know, especially your family is out of town, and Lisa's out of town as well. I love that they're able to interact and be a part of our show.
That's right.
It's
Well,
almost as good as having them right here.
almost as good.
Almost.
But, they don't do chores for me or build me things. Just saying.
I still think your dad needs to come visit. I'm going to keep pushing that.
The way we're talking about this weather, he's not going to come
I was
right
gonna say,
now.
yeah, we're gonna have to
He might wait
plan.
a little bit.
I'm going to come see you in December.
Hey, we'll take it.
All right, our next guest with us is Shelly Krieger with YCAT.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in. Now today it's a national day. It's Dump the Pump Day.
Yes, it is. It's across the nation. It's the 12th annual Dump the Pump Day. The American Public Transportation Association has kind of put this on, has started it, and we give free rides throughout Yuma County.
All right, and this is for Yuma County Area Transit, or YCAT.
Correct.
We love that name here because we celebrate Cat Shirt Fridays.
Anything to do with a cat, Jennifer's all about it. Well, and I didn't realize this was done on a national level. You know, for the longest time, we didn't have public transit here. And, you know, once it was brought here, you start to be aware of more things that, you know, involve it. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't realize that it was actually a national day that everybody celebrates. So.
And it's the third Thursday in June. So the actual date does fluctuate, but it's celebrated on the third Thursday in June. Now, Shelly, what does this mean for the Yuma community?
Well, it just gives the Yuma community an opportunity to leave their cars at home and try the transit system for free. That way they're not out any money and they can enjoy the day, ride anywhere in Yuma County, go shopping, go to work, whatever they need to do. And like I said, it gives them a chance to get out there and ride and like we say, see where it takes you.
And do it for fun. You not necessarily need to get anywhere. Just try it. You know, I have not actually used it before, so it might be something just to do, just to try.
Right, right. And you never know. I mean, we try to do anything we can to bump up our ridership and help the community. Less cars on the freeway, less traffic, and
Well, I know you guys partner with different organizations, and around the holiday time, you've done the food drive, the Stuff the Bus.
correct.
Or is it Stuff the
Stuff
Bus?
the Bus.
Yeah, Stuff
Mhm.
the Bus with food that benefits the local agencies. And you've done the Christmas Lights Tour.
Correct.
Which is really cool. And I think that introduces a lot of people to YCAT who might not have had the opportunity to experience it before. Just like today we'll do. Right. And how can people find a list of the different bus stops?
You can either go online to our website at www.ycat.az.gov, and it lists all of our routes and our bus stops, and you can do a Google Trip Planner. It's also on the front page. You just got to scroll down a little bit. Put in the address where you're at, address where you want to go, and the time, and it will but it will show you exactly what stop you need to be at, what time, what route to take.
They make it really easy for you, because and I think it, thankfully Yuma is not. I mean, it's growing every day, but I mean, it's not like somewhere like Phoenix where you have multiple bus stops, and trying to plan your route can be kind of intimidating. And even for somebody who's never ridden the bus here, it could be very intimidating. So I think that's a great feature to have on the website.
It is very intimidating for some people, and we also offer travel training.
Oh, wow.
So all you got to do is call up our office and speak with Carol Perez, and she can schedule a one-on-one travel training. So if you're not used to the system or to the area, she can help you, find out what buses you need to take. And even if you just want to call customer service, they can help you out. If you just let them know the location you're at, they can give you the closest bus stop and the times.
Our guest with us today is Shelly Krieger from YCAT here in Yuma, and today is National Dump the Pump Day. Now, Shelly, you guys have a lot of coverage all over Yuma County.
Correct.
And there are a lot of people make trips out to the casinos. They like to go shopping, and if you just have general errands to run, you might be able to find something that ties in with your location quite well.
Yes, very much. And also, we do go into California. We have a route on Monday and Wednesdays that goes to El Centro.
Oh,
it's
okay.
the turquoise route. So that's another opportunity, for the people in Winter Haven to be able to get to El Centro, to the public services over there, DMV, etc. Or even people over here to go shopping at Macy's.
I was thinking the mall.
I was thinking the mall too.
Yeah, because we do, on request, we will stop at the mall. So.
And that's another thing, that I think is great for our community across the river right there, because, their DMV is California. They are Californian, so they can't, they don't have the access to the DMV. We don't have a DMV in Winter Haven, so that's a great, tool to use to get out there if you're able to. So.
And we also go to, of course, the Q, but also Algodones.
Ooh, good.
So that's another thing that we kind of try to, especially in the wintertime with the snowbirds. Hey, come to the transit center, hop on a bus.
Do you just leave them at the line?
Yep.
Okay.
But
you dump them off, but you come back?
Pretty much at the parking lot,
okay.
And then we come back.
Well, you don't dump them off.
Get out of here. But you also go as far as the San Luis Port as well, too, correct?
Correct. We can go down. Yeah, that's one of our major routes is the San Luis route.
Well, the routes that I traditionally see based on my frequent lunch shopping trips to the mall or excursions, I know there's that bus stop right out outside of Target, that particular area right there. And then I know they're putting in the new bus stop area at Center Point at 4th Avenue and 16th Street.
Yes.
Because once they're finished with that construction, everything should kind of be smooth sailing all the way through that intersection.
Right, and then we'll be installing new shelters at that location as well.
Now, at that particular intersection, where I haven't been that way in a week or so I don't know where they're actually installing that at.
I don't have the actual footage of exactly where from the intersection, but it'll be a distance from the intersection, at a safe turn-off point.
I was trying it's been about a week since I went through there as well, but I was trying to look before, and it looks like there's one on the south side of 4th Avenue. If you're crossing 16th, right on the right-hand side, it looks like there's going to be one somewhere around in there, and one on the north side as well.
Both sides.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out where are they going to put these? We have all these
south
new
of
things.
Taco Bell there. And then, north of Sprouts
right now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know that they've been mentioning they're waiting on that, and then for some of the final artwork, that wall to go in. So I was thinking they were by the wall, because I've seen the construction in that particular area going on.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys do have a lot of locations, which is fantastic. And again, people in the community might not be aware of where where the stations are actually located. Shelley, you want to put some headphones on? We have a question for you.
I'm going to have you grab those, Shelley, so I can use these.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right, and we have Gilbert on the line. Good morning, Gilbert. You're live on air.
I don't hear you.
Hey, Gilbert.
Yeah, we don't have sound on this.
Why aren't there benches at all these YCAT stops? That's his question, Shelley.
Okay.
And shade.
And shade, correct. We are still in the process of getting a lot of the stops permitted with the city and the county, and we have to have an actual permit in place before we can place a bench or a shelter at those locations. So that's kind of a tie-up for us, as well as FTA funds. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's quiet. It's quiet now. You should have sound now, so. No sound?
Okay.
Yeah.
Shelley, he's talking about sponsors for the benches like they do in some of the larger cities. I thought I've seen some of that around here.
I know they use it for advertising, but I don't know as much as sponsorships.
We do. Yeah, we do for advertising. Right. We do have that, and also the Real Estate Association had applied for a grant, and one of our shelters down at the Walmart, one of the transfer centers, was sponsored by them because they purchased that shelter,
wow.
that structure itself. So we do Right. Right, and we are in the process, like I said, of acquiring more shelters. We placed shelters on 16th Street and shelters at the Walmart Transfer Center. And like I said, it takes federal funding, so we have to be able to apply for that, which we have to have match for that federal funding, cash match. So it's a process and permitting process and a funding process. So we are trying to move forward. It is slow, but we do understand we have to have shelters down here.
For those listening on Facebook, Gilbert was addressing the fact that, some of the shade structures, you might have 6 people trying to stay in the shade, like by the hospital location, and that's what Shelley is addressing to.
All right, well, thank you for your call, Gilbert.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you.
And, I think this is a great opportunity to, to put the challenge out there to some of these local businesses and in the community to, sponsor some of these, so that the transit, the YCAT is actually, being used more and more frequently. And you do get your signage out there. It is great visibility for everybody. But, if you could step up and sponsor something like this, it would be a great idea to help out, not just YCAT personally, but the people that are using the YCAT, stops.
But as far, like Shelley mentioned, the permitting through the city and different things like that, there's steps that are required that I wouldn't necessarily have thought, would be so extensive too.
Right, because we just can't pop up a bus stop at a location. It has to follow our bus stop standards, which, have been approved by the city and the county. So it's a process.
All right, that website again is ycat.az.gov. Okay. I forget that. I'm like, I was thinking, okay, it's statewide, but we would be the only Yuma County area transit. All right, again, today is Dump the Pump Day. Check it out if you're able to, even if you need to, if you're just curious and you want to try it out, drive to a stop because you might live a little further away from one. Mm-hmm. They're not all in, close proximity to subdivisions or anything like that. And if something you want to check out, go ahead. When my son was living up in Tempe and this, they weren't necessarily close to this or that retailer and he needed certain things, well, take the local transit. Right. I think a lot of them are scared by it. The kids that come from the very large cities were familiar with it, but you have some of the students that come from more rural areas who weren't quite sure how that worked. Or
we have a lot of students that ride our bus now because it takes them too long to get home on the regular school transportation, if they even have the school transportation available to them.
So high school or college?
High schoolers, college, yes, both. We have agreements with Aztec and can't remember the name of the school now. Anyhow, I'm sorry. But we have, again, MOUs, memorandums of understanding with these organizations that give them, their students, transportation to and from school.
Okay, I think that's great. I do know some of the children, especially if they participate in sports like that, will get home very late in the evening on occasion too. So we'll it's a good alternative to have out there.
Yes, and Shelley has shared a lot of great information regarding the White Cat here with us today. If you've missed any of the conversation, you can always go to monstermediayuma.com, click on the Today in Yuma tab, and there you will see we post the day's show there. And if you have any questions, you can always send us a little note right there. We have a little entry form right there, and any of the information she shared today that you may have missed, you can just send us an email. We'll make sure you get the proper information.
All right, great information. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And White Cat is also a sponsor of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are doing fantastic this year.
They're doing
on Outlaw
great.
Country.
Did you watch the game last night?
I did.
I watched some of it.
Yep, we watched probably the last 2 innings. And
it started a little bit earlier than normal.
You can keep me enthralled through that point. I don't know if I can handle 9 in a row.
I periodically click back and forth, so.
Yeah, it was a good game. Yeah, they're doing fantastic. So thank you so much, White Cat.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Shelley, we appreciate you coming in and chatting with us today. Hopefully we fill those buses up today.
Absolutely.
We're going to go ahead and take a break. Remember, you can watch us on Facebook Live, courtesy of Kathy Nitzy State Farm, and the Today in Yuma show on Z93 and Outlaw Country is brought to you by D&H Electric, keeping the lights on in Yuma since 1976, and Quick Refrigeration. Visit getcoldquick.com.
Electric, keeping the lights on Yuma since 1976. And Quick
Okay.
Refrigeration.
When she gets into break, Shelley will, we do selfies with all of our guests.
Did you have an event you were trying to get on air, or? Oh, okay. Hold on one second, okay? We just went to break, so we won't be back for another 3.5 minutes, so if you want to hold. Okay, and what was your name?
It's JC, and have you ever had a morning where it feels like you've already had a morning before the morning even starts? You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
You said about 15
Okay, well, like I said, about 3.5 minutes, I'll get you back on there, okay?
They're doing free sports physicals. I think that's what he's calling
Yeah.
it.
Oh, is it Sunset Health?
Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
Good morning, Tim.
Oh, hi. Hey, Fig. Fig was hanging out in his cool spot.
It's wet. Softball was here this morning. I fed her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Scoot on over in here. Are you ready?
Okay. Go. All right, dear.
Thanks, Shelley.
Yeah, that was nice.
No.
Oh, Fig over there. Hey, Fig.
Yeah,
Is there food out there?
No, the chickens were here. She came. I had the door open when I was getting everything open.
Right.
She came right here to the door and she did a little meow, and I was like, oh, okay, she's asking for food. So I gave her. Plus, we haven't seen her in a while. So.
We haven't seen her.
Hey, Suze. Sergio. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to get your name so that way we can. And Sergio, you're with. Perfect. Okay. Hold on one second, okay? His name is Sergio Macias.
Okay. Now, Jesus gave me the information. I was going to pull up the email really quick because I have the.
I don't know what's going on. I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. Everything's plugged in.
But I don't know if they're all plugged into the outlets because Dave may have actually unplugged the ones we were grabbing.
His son to put his in, so.
I don't know. That one has sound. This one didn't. But it's really quiet. Not like it's been.
Oh, I can turn it up.
Okay, this one has sound. It's this one that doesn't. Because it's not plugged in.
That's what I'm like. I see an open slot right there, or right there. We got the little mini
there.
adapter and the regular one. Because he plugs. Where's he plug his magic box in?
He plugs it in right here.
You know
right
what?
here.
I'm going to switch this around then. Sorry, camera's all over the place
Set
today.
it down for a minute. If you need both hands, I can hold it for a sec.
Male favorites. Maple
I'll just put it
I'm
on.
gonna troubleshoot it.
and popular peanut nut sticks by any of their flavors are available to you anytime. Make this a dad's day to remember.
Okay, good. That leaves this one open for Dave.
194 to place your Father's Day order today. Check them out online and Facebook at Catherine'sCupcakery.com.
Are you ready?
Make your Father's Day
Perfecto. Muchas gracias.
Are we going straight to Sergio?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are broadcasting live on Z93 and Outlaw Country and also on Facebook Live, courtesy of Kathy Nitzy State Farm.
Yes, I want to say good morning to all of our Facebook Live watchers. I love that they are able to participate in the conversation. And, you know, if we don't have an answer to a question, a lot of them, and Lisa is a good Googler to try and get us the information we need. So we appreciate you and thank you for watching.
That's right. And we have a guest on the phone. They have an event coming up this weekend, and they wanted to let our audience know about it.
All right, here we go. Good morning, Sergio. You're live on air.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning. Now you're going to talk to us about free sports physicals.
Yes, that's right. Our company, Adult and Pediatric Rehabilitation, is going to be conducting free sport physicals for kids in middle school or high school. Actually, this coming Saturday, June 17, from 9 to 2 in our Yuma clinic.
And where's that located, Sergio?
That's located on 2481 West 24th Street, Suite 3, which is located right across Albertsons on Avenue B and 24. It's in a medical plaza called Yuma Professional Plaza.
Yes. Okay, and these are free of charge?
Yes, that's right. That's just our way to give back to the community. We wanted to do actually two events, one in Yuma, one in San Luis, Arizona, and it's completely free for all students participating in sports in school.
And they provided us with a flyer, too, so I will go ahead and share that on social media again today, Sergio, letting people know about the location so then they can share with others who might be in need of the services.
Great. Thank you so much. We're going to have a local physician, which is Dr. Henry Flores. He's an internist medicine physician who has gracefully actually volunteer his time. We're going to have a registered nurse also in the clinic as well. She's going to be taking vitals and other parts of the examination. And we will have also Dr. Oscar Esqueda. He's a doctor in physical therapy, and he will be also supporting Dr. Flores and the registered nurse for any needs during the examinations.
Great. Again, that is this coming Saturday?
Correct. That will be June 17, which is this coming Saturday, from 9 to 2 p.m. We actually encourage people to call and register, but we'll welcome walk-ins as well anyways. But our phone number is 726-6592.
Perfect. Again, that's this coming Saturday. Free physicals at 2481 West 24th Street, Suite C, from 9 to 2. And it's perfect for all of your students that will be going back to school and playing sports. But get on down there and take advantage of that.
Right. This is offered to middle school and high school ages. So I know most of the schools require even the students in middle school to have the physical done before they actually start participating in any sport.
Yeah, some actually require it in order to even start practicing with the team. So it's a great opportunity to get that out of the way. That way you're ready to go, especially when they start practicing for the different sports a little bit later this summer, Sergio.
Yes, that's right. And that's why we wanted to do it this early, and because some of the schools are already have a schedule out there for pre-training events, and we're also going to have another event done here in San Luis, Arizona on probably the last week of July. We'll let everyone know anyway. So.
All right, I think it's a great opportunity, and what you're doing is so good to make sure these kids are able to participate in sports.
Right, that's correct. That's one of our ways to give back to the community. We also have a couple of other things that we do for people in need, and in regards to physical therapy as well. So we have been practicing physical therapy for the last 18 years here in Yuma, and we feel ourselves part of the community. So.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that information with our listeners. Again, physicals this Saturday at 2481 West 24th Street.
Thank you for having me, Jennifer.
Thank you for your call, Sergio.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
hey, that's, the word free is great. Even if you have insurance, they tend to be costly depending on, the level of insurance that you have. So it's definitely something you want to take advantage of.
That's right. And he is correct, because some of the students are already getting in, whether it's doing weight training for the pre-football season or just doing a few of the other things going on. I know there's a variety of summer camps that take place too, and some require that you have your physical that is current and up to date before you can participate in those.
And there is some, sports that are right at the beginning of the school year, and you won't have any, it's a lot harder when everybody's trying to rush in at the same time. So why not get it taken care of a little bit early?
That's right. Don't forget, we are doing the cupcake giveaway today. Text the keyword cupcake to the Monster message line
at 928-343-0993, and make sure you put the 928 in front of it, otherwise it will not get there. And make sure you just text the word cupcake. No S, no emojis, no signatures, and we keep emphasizing that because we still get them that way.
And it's one word. Cupcake is one word.
Yes, it's one word, and we get it that way, and you won't get the bounce back, and we want to make sure that you're entered properly. If you get the bounce back saying you're entered, then you've done it correctly.
I'm looking at them. I think they're doing better. I think they got it.
We're training them well.
We're not talking down to anyone. We just want to make sure that you get the proper bounce back, so you are aware that you are indeed entered.
Yes.
And Rad Dad. Do you have a Rad Dad?
I do have a Rad Dad.
I do too. And speaking of awesome contests, we are currently doing a Rad Dad contest. You can, if you want to see the actual flyer, go to our website at monstermediayuma.com. It is on the home page. If you click on that, it will take you to your email browser or your email program, so you can enter and tell us why your dad is rad. No minimum word requirement, no maximum word requirement. It's just how much effort you want to put into it.
Yes.
And we've got a pretty cool Rad Dad prize pack. 5 o'clock today is the deadline.
Yes. So
We
you
gotta be
have
able-
a little bit of time left.
We have to get them in, read over them, and we are going to pick some and read them on the show tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So you might want to have Dad tune in the event you did enter. You should all listen anyway.
Yes, you should listen anyways. It's Cat Shirt Friday. Why wouldn't you want to listen?
That's right. Wear your cat shirts, and we've got, I got to look at the flyer here to remember what it is I did. There will be a 4-pack of Diamondback tickets to a game. That's a home game at Chase Field. $60 in gift certificates.
And this is the Rad Dad package,
right? To La Fonda. A Diamondback shirt, a Diamondback hat, and a Diamondback water bottle, because Dad's got to be decked out for the game. Prize valued at $200.
That's a great prize.
If you do want to see our complete contest rules, you can visit monstermediayuma.com and check those out there. So let us know if your dad is rad.
Yes, get them in. The deadline again is 5 o'clock today, 5 p.m. today, and get them out. Like Jen said, it doesn't have to be a novel, but we do have to read them all, and we want to make sure there's time before tomorrow morning.
And I possibly might be a little bit negligent in the Father's Day gift arena right now.
Right now, you still have a couple.
You just had a birthday,
My dad's
though.
birthday was a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I think he just had a birthday.
It's challenging, and my father-in-law, his birthday was later in June, so it was kind of like wham, bam, Dad the 4th, Father's Day in the middle, and then father-in-law on the 27th. So everything was kind of grouped together there. And I should get my husband something too. Oh, but he's the line he uses. You're not my mom. Yeah, but you're funding the process. But yes, I have something in the works, and my son got my dad a special card too.
Oh,
So I'll be getting those in the mail. Does anyone have any stamps I can borrow?
Yes, I do.
I'm not going to the post office.
I'm not even going to mention what I have trying to do for my husband because he listens. So I'm not going to even give him any idea what's going on.
I know. Okay. Well, Dad,
My
don't
husband
worry.
has to work Saturday.
Oh man. I took the whole weekend off.
Good for you.
Good for
deserve
you.
it. That's a rarity for you.
I know it's a rarity because next weekend I'm working every day.
Exactly. It's a rarity for you.
Get those Rad Dad entries, and you can email them to us. Again, go to the website, click on the form if you prefer to message them. I've already had a couple messages pop up this morning here on Facebook. You can do that. You can message us through the station Facebook page, or if you would like to, go ahead and text us.
And you know what? They can easily go to monstermediayuma.com and go to the Today in Yuma tab and enter it into the little form we have there, correct?
That also comes to our email. Super easy. Oh my goodness, that's
Jinx.
scary.
Jinx.
Owe me a Coke. If you have a younger child and they are not of writing age yet, let them draw a picture.
Yeah, draw a picture.
Just make sure you make a note on there, write their name and their age, and who their daddy is.
Or a little video. We would love to see little
Yes.
videos. Tag us in your little videos.
we're
That would
high-
be so cute.
We're high tech. We're not limiting you.
No, any way you can get it to us, as long as we can see it, make sure you tag us. That way we can see it and we'll take the entry that way.
That's right. Don't forget, you can find us on Facebook Live right now. We always do selfies with our guests during the breaks, but we don't have another guest right now, so you only get a single selfie today. And we are going to go ahead and take a break right now. We'll be back with Today in Yuma on Z93 and Outlaw Country right after this.
We could try and take selfies with the cats or the chickens. That rooster has been out there all.
I think that they would be far more likely than the cats.
I think so.
Fig
I don't know.
pretty
Fig
chill.
is, yeah.
You know what, though? The warmer it gets, the more lethargic he is, so I might be able to sneak up and touch his tail.
He's asleep. I'm gonna.
Did you see, like, my cat in the hat photo that I took of her
Yes,
last
I was
night?
laughing. And the reason I put the hat to the side, he was like, what is that? I was like, okay, nothing. He doesn't want you to put that on his snake.
Well, he's so rushed, too, because it's so tight from one performance to the other.
Yeah, he had to
And
be
he couldn't get over there.
He had
so.
to be at the heritage. And you know what? It's funny. He was leaving at the same time I was. So
Yeah, I
he
saw him loading the van up out
left
front.
him maybe 30 minutes to get there.
Okay, I'm gonna fix these because they're gonna drive me crazy.
What are
The headphones.
Oh, the headphones?
Do you have a new cat shirt for tomorrow?
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
Lady.
Hello.
I don't.
Should
I
tell
will be recycling one of mine.
Alrighty.
There's a couple that I haven't worn since the beginning, so I'll have to.
I got stopped last week by the Rollisons. Remember?
Oh,
I
yeah,
told
yeah.
you? I got
they
stopped.
liked her kitties and coffee shirt.
Where did you get that? I said, well, you get yours and you join us on Fridays and enter.
Yes, enter to win. Do you have a prize pack ready for
I
cat shirt
will
yet?
put one together.
Which one of your paintings over there are you going to use?
I don't know. I have the two here. I'm not sure.
And
We
you
need
get
to give
crafty
the
and do
names.
one
We have
for
that or we have that. This is the view I usually get at the house. It's like talk to the back.
Yeah.
Unless you have a treat, I'm not turning around.
Oh, does a cat shirt on your Bitmoji count?
Yes.
Yes, it counts.
It counts because the Bitmojis all have cat shirts.
Yes.
You have to give me one of those. I'll have to grab one of those canvases and I'll do a cat painting. So a little bit different, not just.
Draw a cat in a cat shirt.
I don't know about that. I'm not that good. Maybe I'll draw like the outline.
I can draw
of
Garfield.
the outline of the cat and then do my little decorations on the inside.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
Okay, so when I was up in Flagstaff, I saw some really cute cat shirts. Some were really cute.
People wearing them or in the
In the stores, there's one store that was probably 10 different cat shirts,
Oh wow.
but they wanted $24 for a T-shirt.
I don't like cats that much.
No. I don't like
And
cats that much.
I said, I love you girls, but I'm not spending $24 on a T-shirt.
Good morning, Louie. He is from Bayfield, Colorado.
Wow.
Louis is vacationing.
Oh, he's
Oh,
vacationing.
he's in Bayfield.
He was also watching us with Teresa the Snake yesterday.
Oh,
He's retired now from the Yuma County Sheriff's Office. So,
Jen, that picture is so funny. I'm glad that Hannah.
Hannah, yeah,
got
she was
that
just
picture.
snapping.
I'm
She had
so
like several in a
glad.
row because there's
Because
that.
you made it look like she was really good for Facebook Live. It was funny because when they started bringing it out, she had like she started giggling. I go, is that a nervous giggle? And she goes, yeah.
She was she was Snapchatting that part. I saw that later.
And then she went up there, brave. She was so brave. She touched it with the back of her hand. And then we're like, let's go take a picture. And we weren't Facebook Live because we were running out of battery. And he asked her, hey, you want to hold this? And she's like, no, thank you. No. I'm like, come on, Jen. No, I'm good, thank you.
And that's
thank
when Hannah
you.
snapped.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm glad that Hannah documented it because that's what I was waiting for.
All right.
All right, we're ready. We gotta have about 7 minutes.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are broadcasting live on Z93 and Outlaw Country, and we bring you the show because we want to provide local information,
Yes.
local content, happenings, road closures, some of the not so pleasant things, but we'll still bring you the information because it's important.
Exactly, and you can always go to monstermediayuma.com and click on the Today in Yuma tab. If you have any questions that you might want answered, we can always go to the proper people and try and find those answers for you. Or if you have an event coming up, a fundraiser you might be doing, anything like that, we would be happy to share that with the community.
That's right. And we want to say hello to some of our Facebook Live viewers. Right now, Louis Wilbur is watching, and he's watching from Bayfield, Colorado. Now, if possible, I would like him to bring about 30 degrees.
Oh, I was like, you're
30
asking for
degrees
presents.
of cool weather back with him.
Uh-huh.
Then we can kind of balance out some of what we're looking forward to the next several days.
Oh, yes, the wonderful heat advisory, I think, is what
Yes.
you're referring to.
Yes, fantastic weather. You know what? Yuma is the sunniest city in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
But with that often comes a little bit of warmth.
Yes.
And we have 50 cents in our no-no word jar. We'll have Anita get a shot of that on our Kathy Nancy State Farm Facebook Live feed there.
Yes, the no-no word is HOT, and it's so. I was laughing this morning because we even had the city show participating, and you know it's really it really does make you think of some other creative words you could use to describe the weather. Maybe some a little bit more positive than that HOT word. So.
Perhaps some of the alternate words you could use would be very warm, balmy, summery, tropical, scorching, broiling, searing, or blistering.
Toasty.
Toasty is an option there, absolutely. Piping, sizzling, steaming, roasting, boiling.
Frying.
That's a good one there. Yeah, frying is a good one, yes. We've all felt that way. Definitely, we have all felt that way during the summer months here in Yuma.
Well, yes, we do have the jar here, and for every time someone says that word, they have to put a quarter in our jar, and we're going to buy water to go to local nonprofits. Crossroads is doing a water drive, as is Greater Foothills Helping Hands. They're looking to collect water for their seniors.
And we need to clarify when you use that word regarding any kind of
If it's the weather, if
correct.
you're checking out some dude and he is particularly pleasant looking, you can use it in that respect.
We will use it in that respect.
Absolutely.
But if it has anything to do with weather, you're putting a quarter in that jar.
Just our jar if you're here. But we'd like to think that you would have a more upbeat, positive outlook about our weather situation all the time.
Because there's nothing we can do about it but go to the river or the swimming pools. But
Absolutely.
you know, there's nothing. We live here, and you know what? It's just a drop in the jar. You know, compared to the wonderful winters and springs and the weather we have during those times of season. So.
And, you know, one of the cool things about the river and the lakes this time of year is because they're live bodies of water, there's movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as stagnant. So I remember we had an above ground pool years ago, and it was 123 degrees in Yuma.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit early for that particular season for it to get that warm, but it was like soup.
Yeah.
I think we were out there 15 minutes and said, "Oh, we're going in the house. It's not very fun out here."
No, usually that first jump in the water out at the lake in the rivers is kind of shocking at first because it is rather chilly. You get used to it, but it's still, you know, once you're standing up on a sandbar for a while, soaking up the sun for a little bit, and get back in the water, it is so refreshing. So.
But no lifeguards out at those
Yeah, there
different
is no
locales.
lifeguards.
So please remember, if there are children present, make sure they have Coast Guard approved personal flotation devices on, and you know, get them into those swimming lessons early on. Younger, better, especially in our community, because a lot of people head to the local waterways. And if you are that individual that's responsible for watching the children at the backyard pool, the river, the lake, even the water park, they do have lifeguards there, but still you need to have a responsible individual watching out for those children at all times.
You know, one of the things I love that has been gaining more momentum lately has been the infant classes. I've seen videos, and when you first see those videos of the babies, you know, being put into the pool, you're like, you gasp because, you know, they're babies, they're infants, and you're not used, you know, they normally don't swim well. And so, but they even have them here. There's a couple local people here that offer the infant classes, and basically what they do is they teach them, once they're in the water, they just turn over and float, and they will swim, and they're not afraid of going underwater. They will float, and they will float for a long period of time. So if, God forbid, something happened where they were to fall into a pool, they know immediately to flip over, and you know, it's saving a lot of lives, I'm sure.
I think you're right. And the swim classes fill up quickly here, but they do have several of them, so try and get your child in. I think I was 3 or 4 when I took swimming lessons, maybe 3.
I don't remember taking swimming lessons. I just
I never
remember
did.
swimming. But we always were in the pool, and I have lots of cousins around, so they kind of just forced you. If you want to play, you're swimming, so you better get used to it real quick.
Absolutely. This is Today in Yuma. We want to thank Shelley Krieger again from YCAT for coming in. Dump the Pump Day.
Yes.
Try and ride YCAT. Experience that and see what it's like. We have Cat Shirt Friday tomorrow. I got all my cat shirts lined up in a row, but I have more new ones.
Oh, goodness.
I've been stocking up for a while, and I got creative.
Yes.
I was making some of them myself.
I think you were stocking up and forgot some of the ones you had ordered, and they come in periodically. You're like, oh, it's like Christmas again. You get a present.
It is. So tomorrow's Cat Shirt Friday. Take a photo of yourself in a cat shirt with a cat, a photo of a cat, photo of you with a dog, photo of a dog, anything. Will work.
We'll take it.
Get that entry in. And we have Cece Ray, a local author, coming in to talk about their new book. And they have a book signing coming up at Barnes & Noble.
Awesome.
So Cece Ray will be here with us tomorrow here on Today in Yuma on Z93 and Outlaw Country. Right after this, we have Bob and Sherry coming up on Z93 and your favorite classic country music on Outlaw Country. KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
Perfect. Get your Rad Dad entries in by 5 o'clock.
And text the word cupcake.
Text
by
cupcake. Cupcake to 928-343-0993.
All right.
See you guys tomorrow.
Have a great day.
10 seconds, Jen.